Hello from Sweden and welcome to this reading, your light versus shadow. And we're going to tap into your Akashic records to see what we can find out. It's going to be a two-part reading where we do the light part and then the shadow part. That's also why we have two tarot decks in each of the piles today. So I have prepared three different piles with oracle cards. The one that you feel the most drawn to will be your reading today. So pile number one, we have the Swan in this card. Pile 2, we have the Wolf with this card. And pile 3, we have the Gorilla. Okay, that is the options for today's reading. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, you can scroll down to the commentary section where you will find the timestamps. And I will see you guys in your separate readings. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to start with organizing this. So we have two tarot decks. One is going to be the light pile. This is the light. This is the shadow. Let's also just organize the card. The Swan is the light. And these are, let's see, these are the shadow cards. So this is the shadow part. Let's keep it over here. And this is your light, yeah. So, and that's the deck. So, pile number one, the Swan. I mean, come on. You felt drawn to the Swan. I feel like so much love in your soul, so much compassion. And, you know what I felt? I wasn't even thinking about this before I just started like talking now. The Swan has one partner. You definitely have one soul, one divine counterpart, or one soul out there in the universe that you have a very strong bond to. There's some true love. I would say in this pile, you definitely have a divine counterpart, twin flame, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe this person is with you this lifetime here, or maybe not, but you definitely have one. I feel like that with the Swan. There's a lot of purity in your energy. A lot of I would say you're a very high vibrational soul that is very mature and has evolved like a lot. You definitely come from the higher realms, and yeah, definitely come from the higher realms. There's something very graceful with you. I think it's natural for you to feel compassion, and everything that has to do with spirituality feels very natural to you. And yeah, let's see what else we got here. So your light, power of the divine masculine. Wow, this is so cool, because the Swan for me felt so feminine, but such a feminine energy. But yeah, it's like, you know what I feel? It's like, so yeah, at a soul level, you don't have a gender. You're neither feminine nor masculine. You inhabit both these energies, and they're playing the dance of the universe or something like that, the dance of energies. they're just one energy. So I feel like you're carrying this oneness within you as a soul. So this is the soul part. If we take this down to like trying to tap into your Akashic records when it comes here to your lives here on earth with the power of divine masculine, I feel like you have made an impact in your previous lifetimes on humanity in a certain way with the power of the divine masculine. Look at this. This is somebody that is kind of like, I don't know what this person is doing, but it's like some kind of alchemical magic is going on here, channeling. There's another man. I was thinking, like, is this the divine feminine channeling? But channeling the man here, another man here. But yeah, channeling, anyways. Channeling and then doing something. So I feel like you had, like, very important missions in your past lifetimes where you made an impact on the people around you. And with the Swan and the power of the divine masculine, not the masculine, the divine masculine means the balanced masculine energy that is using its power from the heart doing something good. So I feel like you did really good things. You have been the kind, compassionate king, the kind, compassionate ruler, and maybe even the Zen master. You've been many times you've been in authorical roles, and I feel like you've been born as a man, like many times. And the reason of that is because as a man, historically, naturally you had more power, because men has always been more in authorical roles and in power positions than women. So I feel like, yeah, you've been born as a man many times. So it could be there's something here with the masculine energy going on, and we're going to see if this made it like some imbalance in your shadow aspect. So we're going to put the light here, and then we're going to put the shadow next to it, and then we can like integrate those two and see kind of the how one has affected the other, kind of see the whole. So this is a very exciting reading. Yeah, so let's see what else we got here. Phantom quartz, embrace change. Wow, I don't know what this is, but the tapping into the crystal just makes me feel like, whoa. Phantom quartz, embrace change. You've done some big things. Yeah, you've done some big things. I keep feeling like you were like an emperor, a ruler, a king, and you made such a big impact. Yeah, you made such a big impact because of your compassionate heart, because of your natural connection with a higher state of being. Yeah, you created change, positive change, and you are very loyal, kind of like to or people were loyal to you. You were very like, what is it called, cherished and loved because of your benevolence. Yeah, people loved you because they were like, wow. And still, you were a king. You were in an authorical role. You had power, but you didn't misuse your power. You used your power for good. And this made people absolutely love you. We have a 10 here. I feel like you ended wars. You have ended wars. And now they're taking me, they're jumping up and down. So now they're taking me back to soul level. And at a soul level, you're also an alchemist. And I feel maybe with your divine counterpart, it's in your mission, when we have a divine counterpart, we have certain missions. Usually it is like serving the universe, the galaxy, the creator in some kind of higher way, being some kind of server. So this is so natural for you to serve, to help, to be very spiritually open and aware, to be very sensitive, but to serve. So I feel like together with your divine counterpart, but there's just one swan here, so we don't know what this other person is. But I can feel it. And if we see here, there's two here, and these two faces here, I kind of like, yeah, wow, we have the pyramids here as well. Wow, look at that. The pyramids. There's some connection to Egypt and the pyramids, channeling. Wow, you were there. You were there when the pyramids was built. So yeah, they're jumping. Yeah, I'm getting too excited. Let's see, I'm getting so much information at once. So I feel like at a higher level, it is in your soul mission to serve the galaxy, the creator, and you end wars. You end galactic wars. So it's kind of like what you do. You're very good with the divine masculine. You're also very good in the divine feminine. You're whole. You are both the divine masculine and the feminine as one energy. You have already reached some kind of mastery with that. I think you were born as a master, which sounds strange, but souls choose what they want to get born as, I think, or the creator choose, who knows. Some souls become star seeds, some souls become this, light beings this, some souls gets created like angels, and they have certain roles, and then they grow. Of course, all souls grows, even light beings and masters and angels, they grow through, they expand their soul through everything that they're going through. So anyways, I feel like you were already kind of born as a master, or if you don't like the word master, because you're a very humble person, somehow it feels like it's like a lot of egolessness in your soul, and I feel like you're just serving. It's just in your task to serve. And of course, you brought this with you here on Earth. When your soul is coming through your human form, you are serving. So I feel like you've done this many lifetimes, stopped wars, been a very benevolent person, a politician, speaking truth. A lot of truth has come out of you. You've been a leader, a way shower, an inspiration, all those things. Purity, come on. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps all over my arms. Yeah, with a white wolf here. White wolf, you're like a rare white swan, white wolf. You're like a rare gem that is holding a very high frequency at a soul level. Yeah, very high purity, you know, with the two different colors of the eyes. You can see into many dimensions at the same time. You're not just here, you're also there and there and there. So yeah, I feel like your human form, who you are today, is just such a small little part of who you are. Your soul is like very big. Your energy is very, very big, and it's not even possible for you to integrate your whole soul's energy here on earth, because it's too big, and it would not do you good or the people around you good, or it just doesn't work because it's very dense here. So, but you have, wow, yeah, very big soul, very big energy. Soul tree. And I feel like you come from an ancient, I don't know, you come from, you know, soul tree. Like, yeah, it's on earth, it's standing on earth here, but it's like, it shows you like bigger, you know, we have the earth, we have the tree, we have the angel, we have the star. So kind of showing different soul levels, different levels. And I feel like soul tree, I feel like you come from a line, like you come from a certain group. Like I said, okay, some souls are born like guardian angels, you know, and some souls are born like in the legion of Archangel Michael's angel. I'm talking a lot about angels, so maybe angels, but yeah, maybe some souls are born like, let me find something else. Light beings that are somehow working with some kind of sacred geometry of keeping the order in the universe. Wow, that was complicated. But yeah, something like that. So I feel like you belong to like an ancestral galactic line of ancient souls that has a certain mission. And your mission is, like I said, to help the creator, help all the souls in the universes, in the galaxies, wherever you are put, you know, to do your work. And I feel like with the masculine energy, you are there to make a very powerful change. And I feel like you have a divine counterpart once again with you. So, you know, all the archangels actually has a feminine counterpart. So Archangel Michael has Archangel Faith, Archangel Raphael has Archangel Mary, which is Mother Mary, Archangel Uriel has Archangel Aurora, Jophiel has Christine, Gabriel has Hope. So somehow I feel like there is someone, but I also feel there is some kind of like channeling this now. I feel like there is some distance between you and this counterpart. So for some of you, you are here on earth and you haven't even met this person, and maybe it's not even time for you to meet your twin flame in this lifetime, your counterpart, because you're just not, I don't know, there's like, I feel like there's many different reasons why, but maybe this divine counterpart is helping you from somewhere else, or you are on different missions, you know, sometimes you're together, sometimes you're not. So, and for some of you, I feel like this person is in your lifetime, but there's some kind of distance, you have not yet reached the union. So yeah, okay. That's it. Let's do your tarot cards. And this we're going to see here because we want to fit. So we're not going to do that many tarot cards. And let's see here. Light. Ooh. Yeah, energy is high. I'm getting sweaty. Okay, that one wanted to stay. We're going to do just 3 cards so we can fit, you know. Oh yeah, this one wanted to come. I see this. No, let's just... Wow, the devil just turned around. So yeah, devil and 6 of Pentacles. So we're going to keep those. Let's see here. 5 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at you, the helper. You are the divine helper. You are the divine soul helping people with new hope, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities to rebuild. Often with the devil and the 5 of Wands here, often you go to planets like this, and I feel like, whoa, because I resonate with this, I felt. So yeah, often you go to planets like this. You've been like all over the planets, and you've been in the destruction of Lyra, you've been in the Maldek, I'm hearing Maldek and some other planet. Yeah, so you've been there when planets have destructed, when you couldn't save it, but you were there to help the people, move the souls, you know, to a new planet and stuff like that. The devil, you have the power. You like this. And it sounds strange, but you can work with this. you can work with these darker energies because of the purity that you're keeping. Very, very pure soul. And you know, with the gold, I don't know what this, I've never seen this crystal, but I feel like very drawn to it. So I'm going to read a little bit about it afterwards. But look at this, the gold here, the gold shimmer here. So it feels like with gold, you know, gold has a very high frequency, the energy of gold, the Christ consciousness, you know, it's the energy of gold. And it feels like you can, because you have such a high energy and because you have the power of masculine, you're an alchemist, you're a magician, probably you have a dragon. Yeah, I often feel dragon energy with this type. And you can, with your team, you know, you have a team, like I said, this ancestral line that you're born into, the server of the galaxies, and you can dive into places like this, and you bring hope, you bring opportunities. Sometimes things get destructed and you help rebuild it. You come here, you know, with your gifts. Yeah, this is what you do at the soul level. And this has also made an imprint in the lives that you lived, like your human lives here. You always been drawn to the spiritual, even at lifetimes when you're very lost. There is a spiritual light inside of you that is like so pure and so strong. It is always, I want to cry now. Wow, that was so nice. Woo, okay. My heart opened up and I just, okay. So yeah, it has always guided you. Whatever darkness you have been, there's always been this very pure light within you, and it has always guided you. So yeah, wow, you have a beautiful, beautiful energy, pile number 1, and this was your light. So let's see your shadow, and we're going to start here with your oracle cards. And your shadow animal here is the moose, which is very, very interesting because the moose is the king. The moose is the king of the forest. You know, that's what we say here in Sweden, at least. The king of the forest. Let's keep the moose over here. So there's something that happened. Your shadow, I feel like something happened also because you've always been put in like you're already, I feel like you're a person that naturally gains a lot of respect, and people somehow get affected by your energy because it's so strong. It doesn't matter which level in consciousness that you are in, something is emanating from you that's making either people feel comfortable or very uncomfortable. They're like, I don't know, just because of the intensity of your energy. It's just you're just carry like a lot of light, you know, a lot of energy. So let's see here. The judge. Wow. So I feel in previous lifetimes you have been killed for what you believed in. You've been persecuted. I don't know, persecuted. Yeah, you've been killed. You've been judged. You had, you know, even Jesus had haters. Even Buddha had haters. You know, Gandhi had haters. So I mean, it's like some people are just not, they just don't see you, you know, and they just feel very uncomfortable and they just feel very threatened. So I feel like some didn't like you being on the throne here. They didn't like you. So I feel like in past lives you have been judged, and I feel like you have been killed for your light. And I feel like there's a pain in the shadow here that makes you not wanting to be in the light. It can even be that you are feeling some kind of distrust at humanity. You don't believe in humanity. You have some kind of distrust in humans. Maybe you push humans away. Maybe you're questioning their honesty. Maybe you built up a wall, something like that. The judge, it's like, you know, one hand is praying and one hand is saying stop here, and then there's an eye, and there's like, this was painful. And it didn't just happen one time. It happened several times. Several times you tried to lead people. You tried to lead people, and there was other people like maybe in a higher position than you. They didn't like it. They didn't like that the people were listening to you. They felt fear and they felt envy. So they had to stab you maybe in the back and get you somehow removed and killed. And for you, I feel like this was very painful because it didn't just happen one lifetime. I feel like it happened several lifetimes. It created some kind of mistrust. Beauty. I feel like you have also been like very, very beautiful with beauty, very charismatic, and you know your gifts has been you have and you had always had very strong gifts, very, very strong gifts. At times I feel like this became an egoic thing for you, where you used your beauty, your charisma, and your gifts to get what you want. So this is a bit more deeper things, and maybe even like you did a little bit of manipulation because you wanted to get what you want. I feel like at this point, I feel like you have learned your lessons. I feel like you have learned your lesson, and I feel like you're trying now, your soul is trying to get you back now to heal this. So yeah, but the beauty also, once again, it feels like, look at this hand saying stop. I feel like a lot of envy. You've been dealing with a lot of envy, and most because of your energy. Like beauty comes from the inside, but I also feel like you physically have been very beautiful, like in lifetimes, and I feel like, you know, I see you as this divine feminine, you know, and many times, you know, you were like, say you worked in a court. I see Egypt again. Say you worked, like you were there, you were one of the maids, or I don't know, you know, in some kind of lower position, and then there was the queen, and the queen had her daughters, and there was the sisters, and then you come and you're like outshining them all in your plain dress and in your plain being, and then you speak, and like all the men are like mesmerized by you, and they're like, wow, who is this girl, you know, wearing these rags? And I feel like envy has been, you've been pushed down a lot. Oh, it feels like that. Oh, that hit me. So yeah, I've been meditating. I'm doing 6 weeks of silence, so I don't meet anyone. The only one I talk to is you guys, and I've been meditating a lot. So I know, like, my heart opens up and things like this comes out. I'm a bit sensitive, so please, yeah, this, you will just be a part of the reading. So yeah. Maybe in this lifetime, you know, because this is in the shadow, you are experiencing people kind of minimizing you, trying to make you small, criticizing you, taking your power away. This is definitely, could be that you have narcissists in your life or toxic people in your life. You have to fight for your voice, and you have to fight kind of for your beauty. I feel like you're meant to rise from this this lifetime. Yeah, I lost my voice. So definitely some really deep sadness here, and I felt like you went through you both used your beauty and your powers, but I feel like you learned the lessons from that. I feel like what is left for you to heal is some kind of, I even wanted to say hate. I'm so sorry, look at this. My voice just disappeared. I have to drink a bit of the tea. Yeah, I feel like what is left for you is to heal the sadness, and I felt like some kind of hate or anger towards humanity, unfairness. Maybe it could be that your reaction towards people that are acting in a certain way is really, really triggering to you, and it makes you angry, and it makes you frustrated, and it makes you sad. But there is something here, there is an heal. Let's look at the last 2 cards here. Music, joy. Wow, your voice has been taken away from you so many times. Yeah, just so many times, you know. And but I feel like in your shadow also there has been an ego, you know, because of your talents, because of you always being so damn talented. You know, you sang, you are beautiful. A lot of, you know, something with the divine feminine here is definitely unhealed, because we have 2 women here. You living feminine lives as a female, singing, dancing, you know, misusing your charisma, your sexuality to get what you want. And, you know, it got into your head a little bit. So it got into your head. And I feel like somehow that is like, I keep feeling like the lesson is learned. But there's something that I heard payback. You're kind of balancing certain karma in this lifetime that has to do with this. Maybe by like not being in touch with your talent and your creativity, kind of like, or like I said, somebody like really pushing you down. The sadness of letting go. Wow, yeah. So yeah, a lot of sadness. I feel like somehow you've been left outside, left outside to die, pushed out of society. And there's 2 energies in the shadows here. So let's just make them clear, because I keep jumping back and forth. The one energy is like you coming in with all the goodwill and benevolence, and you're trying to help people and do the best, and envious people stab you in the back. They take away your power, they take away your money, they turn people against you, and they get you killed, or they get you cast out of the society. That's one energy. And the other one is you using your gifts and talents, and it kind of rises up to your head, and you're making ego think about it. You're thinking like, oh, I'm the most beautiful, oh, I'm the best. And then we have, but that one I feel like that one you have kind of went the whole, there's might be some little thing there that you're still getting back. I keep hearing payback in this lifetime somehow, and I wouldn't, a payback sounds so harsh. It's like balancing the karma just. So something with your creativity, something with your beauty, something like that. But then the sadness of letting go, what we end up here is actually behind all these things is just this deep sadness of disconnection with you and other people. Yeah, with you and yourself and other people. And this is like kind of like, I feel like your soul is guiding you to come back to this purity, where you are. Yeah, we have purity here, where you are whole again, and like kind of like heal how people hurt you, how you hurt people as well, and closing the cycle here. So let's see what else we got here. 9 of Pentacles. Independence, yeah, the moon and the strength. Your shadow is it's like kind of like it's like your strength became your biggest obstacle. You know, you are as a soul, you know, you're very strong, you're very independent, and you have all these gifts, you have all this power to affect people, and you've done it in so many lifetimes. You did it so good, but you also experienced the other side with the moon here, where you misused your power. That's one. And the other one is that you used your power right, but people got you killed because of that. So there is a bit of with the moon here, it's like bittersweet for you to, because even when you are compassionate and benevolent and pure, and you're kind of taking your role and your power in the world, you know, there's fear because you're scared that you're going to get killed again, or people are going to turn around you. So somehow it feels like you got lost in this. Yeah, there's some ego here that you kind of a little bit got lost in, where everything is like a mess, and at the same time you are very creative and you're very like beautiful, but it kind of feels like you can't really get that out into the world, because it's like something has, I feel like you're lost. I feel like there is a blockage. Yeah, I feel like there is a blockage that is hindering you to connect with yourself. And I feel like the deepest blockage here has to do with the sadness of disconnection, the sadness of what you did to other people, and a hard time forgiving you. So it could be that you're carrying some guilt and shame that you don't know where it comes from, that goes deeper. And it comes from this. It comes from you know that you did something that you're not proud over. And this is like, you need to forgive yourself for that, which can be hard, because I feel like this is really in the subconscious with the moon here. Very much in the subconscious. But then there's also sadness because people treated you bad, and you're somehow disconnected with people. Some of you really are hiding in your cave, and you're pushing people away because of this. Yeah. So, pile number 1. This was your light, and this was your shadow, and this was your reading. So yeah, thank you for being here with me. This was a very fun reading to do. So, pile 1, if you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button. If you feel like sharing your story, please feel free to do so in the commentary section. Either way, pile 1, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to start with organizing card here, and the wolf actually belongs to the shadow. So we're going to put, let's see, the shadow cards over here, and I think this goes with the shadow, like that. And we're going to start with your light here. So let's see. Light cards, light animal. We have the goat. Okay. The goat. I felt like kind, so kindness. Look at this goat is smiling. Yeah, very kind, compassionate, hardworking hardworking, honest working person. I feel very honest working person, and that has a very high moral ground, and that does whatever is right for the family and the community. I feel with the goat here. Let's see what else we got. Dark night of the soul. Wow. Yeah. Wow. You were a light in very difficult situations. You came with the light here. You came with hope. I felt, you know what I felt immediately? I like, you know, the Second World War II in the camps in Germany. You know, what is it called? I can't remember the name. Yeah, I feel like you were there in the World War II in the camps. Yeah, in the camps where they kept all the prisoners. So, and you came with light here. So you've been in circumstances like that. You've been put in very dark places to bring light as a soul, because there is a lot of hope and a lot of care. Your soul has been caring a lot for other people, and you have some very devotion. Yeah, look at this devotion here. It's very hard. It's very easy to be devotional, when life is going good and universe is giving us gifts and we're happy, we're in love, and everything is going well. Very easy. Very difficult to feel devotion and faith in the worst circumstances, when people are dying, there's war. Very difficult. But you have such a strong devotion and such a strong faith and such a strong connection with the divine. Look at this light here. You have so much healing. You are a very strong healer. And I felt like you have been put in situations in your past lifetimes where you brought a lot of light. I feel like you have collected so much good karma by yourself, by the choices that you made in your previous lifetimes. You kind of always looked out for the people, the animals, the people in need. And I feel like you never turned your back to somebody that needed food or water or shelter or anything like that. You always wanted to give. You've been giving like a lot, and you haven't even there's no greed here. You didn't even want anything in return. It feels like you always was happy with, you were always happy with sharing what you had with other people, and you did that. You always shared, and it's like happiness. This is like your. I feel like this is your soul's motto, like your soul's. Yeah, happiness is always like tastes better shared with other people. So I feel like, yes, you're very like caring for other people, always wondering how other people are feeling and stuff like that. So yeah, this is your kind of soul's energy. Set the magic labradorite. You always bring in hope. You brought in like a lot of hope. I keep feeling like you work very hard, like really in your past lifetimes, without even like expecting anything in return. You always wanted to do what was good, and you kept doing that. And I feel like you are one of these souls that created their own happiness, created their own good karma by the choices. And you kept going with other people. When other people gave up, you kept going. Yeah, you kept going. And you kept doing it. Even in previous lifetimes, you knew you weren't getting anything. You weren't getting anything. But you were fine anyways. Because there was, I was like you're like a little monk. Pile 2. Your energy is the energy of the monk. Your heart is like a monk. And even monks, they wake up, 3 a.m, they do the meditation, they do the chantings, they cook maybe, or they tend to the garden, they have a lot of chores that they do. So it's like, you're not lazy because you're a monk. Meditation it's very difficult actually. It demands certain will inside of you. It demands certain what is it called? Determination, but it was kind of like certain. Yeah, you think it's easy just to sit, It's not like that. So, but anyways, I feel like, yeah, you're a little monk. You're like a little Zen Buddha or something, working, doing your chores, carrying water, chopping wood, and you're not expecting like wealth and things like that, but still kind of feels like you're still accumulated a lot of wealth. And it doesn't have to be wealth in money, but like a lot of like these good qualities within you. You have very strong qualities in your personality, kind of like fairness, compassion, tolerance, acceptance, and being able to work hard when it's necessary, but still kind of being able to rest. Like you learned like a lot of things like this. I keep seeing this temple. The monk life is very strong. Yeah, you had some strong monk lives. Little monk, I keep wanting to call you the little monk, so maybe you're very short in that lifetime or something. Or like just a little monk, maybe very young. Maybe you came to that temple when you were very young, because I keep saying like the little monk, you know? So yeah, the little monk. Maybe they called you that, but kind of in the language, you know, the language of Buddha was Pali. And yeah, maybe in Pali you were called a little monk or something like that, or some other language. So anyways, set the magic. You found magic. You have the ability to find magic anywhere. I mean, you bring the magic into anything. You can bring magic into anything. And it's a joy. You're a joy as a person, because I feel like you're very positively inclined. Like there's optimism. You're very an optimistic person, but at the same time you're like, yeah, life goes like, it's like, yeah, even the thing that makes you optimistic is like, even when things goes to hell, you can still be that person that says, you know, you heard your house burned down. Say your house burned down. And you're like looking at your house, and then you're crying a bit, and then you look at the house and it's like it's gone. But then you look at your car, yeah, but the car is still here. You know, it's like something like that is with you. Because with the goat here, I feel like you are a very old soul on earth. You know, you've been here many times. And yeah, very, very old soul. So you kind of lost so many things, and you gained and you're lost. And you're kind of like, everything changes. You know that everything gets lost, everything changes. It's like kind of feels like you're not so attached to things. You're not attached to status, to things, to stuff like that. And I really, really like this. Very, very well developed Buddha energy in you. Pile number 2. We have the delight. Yeah, you're a delight. I mean, you bring magic and delight wherever you go. And it's like, you're just such a, I say grounded, you know. The goat is very good climber, you know, climbing the mountain. So yeah, you're very grounded, but like even when obstacles come in front of you, you know how to like handle them. So somehow it's like your energy is very nice, because you're not so, there's so many neurotic people in the world, you know. It's like one thing goes wrong and they're like, whoa, I've been one of those. Very neurotic, you know, full of anxiety and stress. And, you know, because of the past that I was into, I had complex PTSD and, you know, so many things. So yeah, very, very neurotic. But even normal people, you know, who we see as kind of normal, high functional in society and in their families and things, even they are a bit neurotic. So with you, I feel like you coming in, sitting there, you know, just being happy with whatever food you're getting, you know, just being happy with just your surroundings and just wanting everybody to feel comfortable, but still holding a very high personal integrity. Like, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, you're a delight. You've been a delight many lifetimes. And I feel like a teacher energy here. So yeah, I feel like the little monk became the teacher. And maybe not in the little monk life, but like somehow, I feel like you said no. I don't know. It's like I want to say you're a teacher, but you say no. You're like, no, I'm just a little monk. You say that. You say no, you don't want it. So you never wanted, you never needed to be set. You never needed to be better or higher, or you're very egoless, actually. There's something very nice with you here. Let's see the last card here. Alignment. Yeah, wow. So yeah, you are very aligned. Yeah, you're always like the little Buddha is you. I mean, that's the good definition of your light. There is something that is like the Buddha seed in you is very strong. You're very naturally awakened, but also at the same time with the goat, because you lived in life, you've been here on earth so many lifetimes. You're very well developed as a human being. You can function as a highly spiritual person. It can be very difficult. You know, I have problems with that, being very highly spiritual, empathic, you know, very hard, you know, very easy with the channeling and all those things. But, you know, physical body, being on earth, being grounded, you know, all those things can be very difficult. But for you, I feel like you have mastered that. So I feel like you're grounded and spiritual. It's like you're both up and down. It's like aligned. You're very aligned. And this makes you very pleasant energy. A delight, and so optimistic. So yeah, the little Buddha. This could be hidden even, like people don't really see it, but they can feel You know, they can feel that there is some energy with you that's like, ooh, this is nice. This person has a nice energy. Yeah. And I understand why I picked this card, because I was thinking, like, does this really match? But I feel like this positive, grounded energy here. So let's see. Oops. Let's also do some tarot cards here. We're going to like put the shadow here, so we're not going to do so many. We're going to do, I think, 3 of these tarot cards. Like, that's definitely 1 card, and that's 2 cards, and I think this is 3 cards. So we can fit them, and then we can like kind of look, maybe the light affected the shadow, or like kind of make, yes, just see overall how it feels like. So 6 of Pentacles, wow, yeah. So a giver. Pile 2, you are a giver, and you have accumulated a lot of wealth. I think, like in previous, you know, because of your good karma, I think sometimes you were really born into wealth and wealthy families, and you know, well, you had professions that gave you like a lot of money, but you always been a giver. You know, you always looked out. Look at here. You have like, you're so rich. Look at your fancy clothes here and showing kind of your status, and you have a big bag of money. You're walking here, you're giving this poor children and that lives in poverty here, you're giving them money. So you always looked out for the little ones. And this even, the fun thing is here, yeah, you just kept on accumulating like a lot of positive karma. So I would be surprised if you have problems with money this lifetime. Ace of Pentacles. Wow, yeah, look at that. Ace of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So 3 cards showing Pentacles. Look at this. Page of Pentacles. So you're sitting here and you're counting your money so you can decide where to give it to. You're always giving away your money. You're always giving away your money. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, every time you got money, you gave it away. So I feel like, and it's like, it's like your soul, so strange. It's like your soul doesn't want, this could be in the shadow side here. It's like your soul doesn't want wealth. You know, your soul is happy with balance. Your soul is, rather than like a lot of wealth and a lot of status and stuff like that, your soul is always looking for very like deep balance. So kind of like every time you get money, you give it away. And this can be in your shadow side. If you don't experience that you have a lot of money, it could be in your shadow side that you have a hard time receiving money, because somehow it's so in who you are. Like you always, I keep seeing you like the little monk. You're like, I'm the little monk. You're like, I'm meant to be here in my monastery. You know, I beg for food and I eat what I get, and you know, I'm happy. You know, I just like, yeah, I'm happy. You know, I don't need anything. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, if you want money, pile number 2, I mean, you have so much accumulated wealth. So if you open up the door and you can receive it, especially if you want to give to other people, it feels like there is a lot of wealth for you. There is a lot of wealth for you, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. My voice. So let's also look at the shadow side, and we have the wolf here at the shadow side, which I thought was very, very interesting. And let's see how that plays out. So the wolf, you know, the wolf lost from its pack, you know, because being this little Buddha here, you know, you live alone maybe. You don't really have ties to family and things like this, but I like this. It's so nice here. But let's see what happened here in the shadow. So the wolf, wow, what's going on here? The underworld. Wow. Whoo, you took yourself some dark places. Yeah, with the underworld here. Okay. And we have unleash your creativity. Where did you go? What did you do? We have west. Yeah, where did you go? You went to the west. We have completion with a puzzle here. Ah. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting a message here. And the communion of tender souls. You know what I feel with a wolf? I feel like, oh, this is so interesting, because your soul versus, I kind of feel like this is, the light is your soul and the dark is the shadow is your ego here in this reading. And I feel like your soul already found the enlightenment, the enlightenment that you are seeking. You know, always you already enlightened here. You know, you already found, you already achieved it, this peace, this state of just being. You know, your spiritual self versus your grounded earth self. You're one here. you're already, you have it already. But here, you're lost. You went looking for it. You went looking, searching for something you thought that you needed, that just it's been taking you spiraling down here to the underworld. We have all these worms here, and worms are good. Actually, I like worms. You know, without worms, you know, no vegetables would grow, because, you know, they make the nutrition go into the earth, and they make little pathways where the water can flow, you know, and all those things. So anyways, but the underworld shows that you went looking for, with the wolf, you know, the wolf is the seeker, and I feel like the wolf doesn't has its pack here. You went seeking in the wrong places. You wanted completion. And because we have the little Buddha here, it feels like you were looking for something. And I feel like this is the communion of tender souls. It's just here. What you're seeking is just here. It's like you are refusing a part of natural you. Kind of like maybe... I keep feeling like you went, I don't know, maybe it's going to differ what it was, but you went looking for something with all your creativity here, you know, you're very, you know, the wolf, you're a very intelligent being, very, very intelligent being. And you know, that same intelligence, I feel like it caused some arrogance and some unconsciousness, where you went looking for something that you kind of was already in front of you, or that you already had. So it's like looking for enlightenment when you already just have to tap into that state, because it's already in you. You don't have to go looking for it, looking for something that you already are. Or it's like this, in some, like it's like this spiritual, you may even like a spiritual ego. Some of you created a spiritual ego, pushing away people, the communion of tender souls, pushing away people here, you know, pushing away people, losing your inner child, and becoming the strict Zen, becoming the strict Zen master, or the seeking for something becomes, or wanting something. Thinking that will fulfill you with a completion here. And the West, what's in the West? Maybe traveling to the West, maybe going to the West, something with West here. And seeking that. I feel like this is past lifetimes. You went seeking for something. And maybe there's still in this lifetime. You think there's somebody else here that's going to fulfill you. But it's not. Because I feel like you already got it. You are already complete. You just have to tap into that part of you. Your soul here is already enlightened, ready. Everything that you want is with you. Even the gateway of money, the wealth, you have accumulated so much. But then a little part of your mind tricked you and said, no, this is not it. I need to go after this one thing. And it could be, we have the communion with tender souls. For some of you, it could be that you're obsessed with a divine counterpart or something else. It could be that you're obsessed by getting enlightened or seeking something, seeking some completion. Look at this. We have the mind here. Yeah, I said it. It's like your mind tricked you in something, thinking that this is going to give you what you want. And you're very creative about it. I mean, you're so intelligent. You're very creative. You're like, yes. So it's like you're locked. Your mind made your mind tricked you and put your mind in a prison where you had to go after something. But in the end, this was not the answer, because the answer was already here. It was already with you. It's already there. It's already awakened. You already achieved it. But this is hindering you from understanding it. Some kind of ego here, where you went into the underworld and you got lost there, looking for something. And in the end, looking for yourself. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for yourself, maybe in some success, maybe in some achievement, maybe in some other person. Or maybe rejecting communion, because sometimes spiritual people is like, no, love, that's not spiritual. Everybody hates love readings. Not everybody, but like many people, there is a group of people that don't like love readings, and I can agree, like love readings can be a little bit obsessive, obsessing over a person, but I know how it is, and but it can be like a little bit too much. But I like love readings as well, if there is like this spiritual part of it. And I lost track here. I don't know what I was going to say. Nothing wrong with love readings. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, I wanted to talk about people that are rejecting love in all, you know, and saying like, yeah, no, I don't want that shit, you know. I'm spiritual. I want to walk on the spiritual path, you know. I'm like Buddha. I don't want anything. And I feel like that same thing, you know, the rejection, whatever we are rejecting, resisting, becomes the ego. So at the same time, you know, this person might think that this is not the ego. You know, I am living such a spiritual life, but it becomes the spiritual ego. It becomes, the ego comes in back door and tricks the mind. And because there's so much intelligence here and so much awareness here, it's like the same thing that already made you awakened, or awakened. Already made this person awakened. I don't want to, also trick this person into some kind of loop where resisting, and maybe the communion of tender soul, maybe opening up to another person is what is completely going to heal this person, you know, opening up, because the reason why this person is resisting love, pushing it away, is because there's some deep subconscious pain, very deep subconscious pain, hidden in the inner child and in the connection, you know, when we connect compassionately with another person, you know, that is kind of put into our life to help us heal. It can be very painful. So maybe this ego here is doing anything and everything to resist that from happening. So that was one story, if you resonate with that in some way. But it could be some other story, you know, somehow thinking that something is going to fulfill you, you know. And there is just like the piece of the puzzle, something is missing here, and somehow it's something got lost. But, you know, this is like a big blockage, I would say. And then it's like, as soon as this is gone, you're already enlightened, you know, you already achieved it. It's already here. I mean, it's already here. It's so funny, isn't it? You know, looking for something when you already got it. You got it all. So it's kind of more like getting rid of this than, and I am not saying that's easy, you know, it's the ego. Very difficult to see certain things, you know, in your subconscious mind. So only take what resonates. I don't mean to offend anybody. If you get offended, it's probably your ego is reacting. So, yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't get offended because, that's the way it works. I'm a bit scared now. Yeah. Sometimes I get attacked in the commentary section. I know, you know, when people wants to discuss with me, I know, like, okay, they got triggered, and now they want kind of to regain the power of the ego by somehow discuss and make their point. And it's like, I look at it and it's like, okay, that's fine, you know, and I just don't engage, you know, what am I gonna do? So anyways, 6 of Swords, wow. Ooh, and I feel like you're so ready though. I feel like you're so ready with 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the Strength. Wow, beautiful cards. And I feel like there is a genuinity here. You really want, you know, to soften up this energy a bit. Maybe I was a bit harsh, you know. And the 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the Strength here. I feel like you're really a seeker, you know. You really are a seeker, and you really want, you know, this wonderful, beautiful energy here, you know, this is the soul here. The ego is always a bit heavy, you know. It's hard to talk about the ego and say, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so nice. It's always a bit tricky and heavy, and some things going on there. So I feel like there is a genuinity kind of behind of all this. And this is the soul, you know, pushing you. But the mind is tricking you. The mind tricked you into something. It's making you confused. So this is your shadow. Your thing to overcome is your mind. And focusing on something, like kind of in the external. Yeah, looking or searching for something in the external to be the last piece of puzzle that's going to make you whole, whilst it's already within you. It's already within you. It's so powerful, so strong. I mean, I like you. When I did this reading, I wanted you to come to dinner. And I wanted to come, you can cook for me. Yeah, I just like that. I just like this energy so much. So nice. You know, you're so uncomplicated. It's funny. Your soul is so uncomplicated, so like enlightened. It's such a joy and delight to be around. Your ego is just like really in the mind. You dug yourself to the underworld here. You're crawling around with the worms here. Your mind is like, whoa. So yeah, your mind not such a nice place to be in, but yeah, beautiful as well. But your soul. So yeah, it's like this is the light and the shadow. This is probably what you're working through to get rid of this. The mind things here, you know, seeking in the external for something to fulfill you, looking over the horizon. You're not looking within you, you're looking in the future, searching in the future for something to be fulfilled. It's not in the future, it will never be in the future. It's always in the now. Now, you have this energy within you, you just have to tap into it. And then tap into it again and again and again. And at one time, this other part of you that is trying to, always awakens within your mind and your emotions and trying to take you on detours, if you keep on moving yourself, tapping into the awakened part of you, the less awakened part of you is going to slowly but steadily dissolve. And then we can do like this. It's gone. You're enlightened. Ta-ta! Yeah, that's how it works. That is how it works. Put your focus here. Put your focus on your awareness. Stop looking outside of yourself. And maybe tap into your inner child here. Connect from the inner child. If there's love, if somebody wants to love you here, let them in. Let them love you. If you feel like this is it has to be somebody that you are connecting from this level with, but also make sure that you are ready to receive this love, because sometimes there's pain here. I felt like there was some subconscious pain here. So maybe you're subconsciously pushing somebody away in the name of spirituality or in the name of something else, in the name of you going after something else. Just make sure that there is comes from a true place and not from pain deep hidden within you. So, pile number 2, this was your reading. And yeah, if you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button. If you feel like sharing your story, please feel free to do so in the commentary section. Either way, pile 2, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to start with organizing your cards, and this is going to be in your shadow. This is going to be in your light, and we have the gorilla. Let's see here. So this is also your shadow reading. Let's keep it over here. We're going to start with the light here, and strangely, I feel like it's going. Yeah, like that. I felt like it's going to be like that. So the gorilla is in your light. I feel a big heart here, very big heart, fierce. Big giant heart. So let's keep it over there with the gorilla, and let's see what else we got here. Wow, okay, I have to just censor this card. Okay, it's done. So we have 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Look at you rising up here. You are naked here also. 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. It's the ray of transformation and awakening. Okay, let's see what else we got. You have rainbow obsidian. Heal your heart. You're a heart healer. You are a heart healer. And look at this rainbow obsidian. It also has the same purple here energy. And the 7th ray is the violet ray. So the rays of light, if you don't know this, there's 12 rays of light. 12 rays of light. They have colors and they have qualities and they have a purpose. And these 12 rays of light, they assist Earth and every human in different areas of their life and different areas kind of in their awakening. So so the 7th ray of light is violet, and its purpose is to accept truth on a conscious level. And the qualities is transformation, awakening, cleansing negativity, and manifesting and awakening psychic abilities. So the 7th ray is very connected, kind of like new age energy, I feel like transformation, you're a healer of the hearts. Keep getting that. Yeah, you're a heart healer. You even been a heart doctor. I got that. Maybe in previous lifetimes you were very interested of the heart. So some of you really, you worked with the heart. You were a heart doctor. But very strong heart healer. Very dedicated to transform people's lives. Heal their hearts. Guide them. A leader. You're a leader. Transformation. Wow. There's so much transformation here. Ritual, order, ceremony. You've been a priest. Yeah, you've been a priest. You've been a shaman. You've been leading people with your heart. Heal. And with the gorilla here, it feels like you've been doing a little bit of heavy lifting, more difficult things. Being a heart surgeon, that's pretty difficult. So and the heart surgeon can also be kind of the metaphor, or kind of like pointing to us like how good you are at this. transforming people's life and somehow opening their hearts. And I feel like you transformed. You went through some things, you know? You went through some things. Yeah, it feels like you've been some dark places. Hello, pile 3, the gorilla pile. You've been some dark places. And you've been here lost in the jungle, and there's a lot of like mystical things going on in your energy. Like, you know, it's like things is very hard to tap into. You carry like a lot of mystical, ancient information about things. And you have some healing gifts that are very, very, very extreme in some way. Like different in their way. What do we have here? Soul song. Soul song. Yeah, I don't know where you're a very different person. I feel like this, from all the piles, this pile was completely different. It's like when I tap into your soul. So, you know, reading the Akashic records, we can tap into this. There are many levels, you know, we can tap into the future, you know, even when, we should do a reading like that actually. But yeah, not today. We can tap into the soul level. We can tap into your lives here on earth. And when I tap into the soul level, let's start there. I just feel like you're such an odd soul. I can't place you anywhere. It's like, who are you? Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, who are you? And I can feel like you're carrying like a lot of light, but I feel also that you carry like a lot of darkness. And I don't mean that in a bad sense. I just feel like you come from some some lost corner of the universe. Yeah, like something like that. You're like just like such a rare creature. It's like if I would do a soul reading, you know, when we're trying to kind of channel what kind of soul type you are, or like where you come from, it would be like, where do you come from? It's just like, yeah, you've been on some kind of journey. I keep feeling like you come from some dark place. You went through something. As a soul, I know this is the light side, but I think this is what transformed and changed you. You as a soul, you were born, you know, I feel like you're a starseed. And you know, many of us are hybrids. So yeah, if you find this information strange, you know, yeah, it's just like that. And meaning like that, this means like as a soul, you've been incarnated in so many places, or different places, maybe 2, 3, where you spent like equally long time. That means that you don't just have one soul's origin, and because your soul has also energies from these other places. So, but I feel like one place that I'm feeling here, I wouldn't surprise me if you have a connection to Lyra and like the destruction of Lyra, because you've seen things. I mean, your soul have seen some really dark things, but still you carry yourself. And that's why you have the gorilla here. You know, you're like, whoa! Are you like, you're not like a weakling. Look at this power with the gorilla. And still, you know, the gorilla, you know, you don't want the gorilla to be angry with you, you know, that's scary as hell. But look at the kindness and compassion in this gorilla eyes. So it's like, as a soul, you come from pain. And I feel like the destruction of Lyra, many of you, or it could be another planet, but the destruction and some really darkness. And it was painful, but you grew. You grew so much as a soul, and you became so strong. You know, you went through this crazy thing as a soul, and it's like, wow, it made you grow. Wow, it made you grow. And somehow, you know, the devotion that you have here, you're so different. You're so different as a soul. Tapping into this, it's like, I'm very curious. Pile number 3 is like, yeah, I think pile number 3, yeah, if you felt drawn to pile 3, you are a rare, you're a rarity in the world. And I think like maybe amongst your peers, like other people that talk about star seeds and angels and, you know, play this and that, they come from here and that. It could be a bit hard for you to relate or to know. And maybe you're still carrying, I think we're going to look at the shadow here, but it feels like you're still carrying the destruction of this planet, this place that you were at, or where you came from. But I also feel like you're drawing strength from that, and somehow it is adding to your light. So the one thing that was so strong, difficult for you, it made your heart so strong. You know, you had to, because if you would have, you know, it's the kind of like the, it's kind of like the war between the light and the darkness in the universe in some level, of course, you know. And the highest level, this is just the creator, everything is one. So we're talking about levels here. So you had to, because otherwise, oh, there's so much wisdom in you. There's so much wisdom, and you're such a complex soul. It's like, wow, what is this? Yeah, such a complex soul. And I feel like I want to go higher up, but there's like a blockage there. So I'm really curious about your shadow here, because I feel like there's so much more to you. There's so much more to you than this that you're carrying here. And it's like you have so much gifts and so much power, and it feels like somehow it's locked. Yeah, somehow it's blocked or locked. And the surrender here in the seventh ray, you know, the surrender here, I think for you, wow, I got so dizzy now. I think for you, pile number 3, this lifetime is going to be very spiritual for you. I feel like you're sure, I think you're going to be pushed through some things to make you awaken. And it could even be that you are, it's very hidden in you. You have to, it's like you have to dig. We have to dissect you and open you up to get to that part where your light is shining so bright. Because there's so many layers here. The gorilla here, this thick skin is protecting you somehow. You know, protecting you. And beneath that, this big compassionate heart. This is so well developed. And it is so powerful, you know, in its ability to open up other people's hearts and transform their lives. Wow. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, let's look here at your, let's see here. Yeah, let's look at some tarot cards. And we're going to put the light next to this. So we're not going to do that many tarot cards. We're just going to do 3 so we can fit them all here on one set. And so we can see like how how everything looks together. Yeah, how everything looks together. So yeah, let's see here. 3 cards. We want to do that. This is the first one, and that's okay. The Fool, wow. 4 of Wands and the King of Swords, wow. I mean, the Fool. Yeah. Oh, you carry the energy of freedom. I feel like you're a transformer. Yeah, you're a transformer. You're an alchemist. Yeah, you're an alchemist. You're an alchemist, but sure, you have seen some things. I keep feeling like you've seen some really dark things in the universe. You can spot. I mean, you're so sharp. You can spot a toxic person, a very unconscious person from miles away. You know, you can spot anyone, and you can even open. If you're tapped into your light, you know, your power here, you can open any type of soul. Or you will push them out. You know, you're a protector. You're a very strong protector. You can push out just by looking at fierce, scary people or people that wants to scare other people. You can look at them with your fierceness, and this depth of the darkness that you have seen is your strength. It's became your strength. You know, you saw darkness and you're not scared of it. You walked through it and you're not scared of it. And this makes this, and when somebody looks when you look somebody straight into the eye, and if they're carrying some ill will, they won't be able to look you in the eye for too long, because they can see that your depth, it's so deep. I mean, you're scaring. You would scare Hitler. Yeah, it's like you can just look at them and it will go like, whoo, you know, they will run away. So yeah, maybe that was a bad... I hope nobody get offended, but yeah. So I don't know where this person came up, but yeah. So it feels like you've seen things. You've seen things, and it's because you transform that fear. You're not scared. Your soul is fearless. Your soul is fearless, and I mean you're such an because it feels like you're fluctuating also between energies. One, like we do the light side of you. I think at a soul level, it's like, whoo, it's not even, I don't even see a body. I hear a sound. Yeah, okay, so we're going up here now. This is good. So yeah, channeling your soul, trying to see your soul at a higher level. So also, you know, different levels of the soul. I don't see you as a human body. I hear a sound like, ooh. Yeah, you have a sound. So, soul song. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. We have the song here. You're a sound. This just starts to get strange. But I know for the people that knows and understands this kind of information, it makes completely sense. The Fool, you're free. You are the creator. You're one with everything here. And it feels like you can shape shift, go into different shapes, and you have you do this. You do this for a living. You go to places. This reading a little bit is connected to pile number 1. Yeah, a little bit. So I would say like pile number 1, kind of the soul energy of pile number 1 would explain your energy when it's pure and awakened. Because here I still feel, it's very interesting to see your shadow here. I feel like there's something blocking you from, and it's this thick skin that you put like a soldier, you put like an outfit on you, this thick skin, because you needed to be this strong. You're a protector. You needed this. But I feel like behind this, you know, going up to your soul level, this is just a sound. Wee, or maybe oh, you know, yeah, maybe not so beautiful, but it is beautiful. So yeah, so I feel like there's something. You're high. You can go higher. You can go higher than this. You can break through and purify and go higher than this, because your soul's energy is like, wow, it's just light and sound. It's like I just see a big star exploding. It's just like, ah, beautiful. So yeah, King of Swords, 4 of Wands, you know, yeah, very high consciousness. I mean, just consciousness, your consciousness, you know, your consciousness. And celebration here, heart, there's something. We have to look at this, you know, we have to look at this, because I feel like something is going on here. So yes, let's look at your shadow side and let's see how this comes together. So your animal here is weasel. Weasel. Little weasel. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You have the big ass gorilla and then you have the little weasel here. So yeah, really contrasting things here going on. We have the hunter. Wow, with this black beauty, the horse here. Okay, let me take a sip of my tea. So the story of Black Beauty, you know, the book, it's about the horse that, you know, it has its journey, and it has a very traumatic journey before it finds happiness, and before it finds its rightful owner who treats him right and kind of makes him grow, reach his full potential and find happiness. Before that, he was beaten. He was beaten and he was mistreated. So we have the weasel here. So I feel like something is like, it's all about the heart for you. It's all about the heart for you. It's like your heart is like, wow. But then at the same time, you know, the shadow side, pain. Pain, so much pain, abuse, the weasel. Like, you know, somebody tricking you, trickstering you, manipulating you, hurting you. Petty things going on here. And the hunter chasing you, maybe even hunting you, and you're running away. You're running away here like the Black Beauty, abused and hurt, angry with the world maybe, or, you know, angry with something. Let's see what else we got here. Pay attention to signs. Wow, looking. What are you searching for here? Searching for your heart. Whoa, it's all about your heart. I want to hug you. Yeah, I don't know. I want to hug myself also. I just felt like this hit somewhere. So yeah, pay attention to the signs. Oh, they're really like, I feel like it's about your heart. Your heart is your light, but your heart is also your shadow. And the light and the shadow in your heart, it's like they're pulling in two different directions. And even when your heart is open today, it's like it's like it's not even close to its potential, because the potential of your heart, wow, once again, check pile number 1 and the soul level, the light level. I don't remember the dark anymore, but the shadow, but the light level with the swan, I feel like that is your potential with the heart. It's just like, but you're not really there, because of this pain, and because I feel like you did some shitty work. I mean, yeah, you were put, maybe, you were really put with Hitler and people like that, communism, and I don't know, wars and slaughter, and genocide. You've been in places like that as a soul, and it's like even on galactic level. So it's like your heart really, like, you have a very strong heart to be able to survive all this and still like have the strength of your heart. But I really feel like it took a toll on you, and I feel like even now when your heart is open, it's not close to the full potential. And I feel like in this lifetime, I just looked at Three of Swords. It's funny, I have a board here with some notes, that I look at sometimes. Anyways, I feel, pain. It's not. You're not close to that higher potential, and your potential is just so high. I mean, it's just like you have the most beautiful heart. But yeah, you did some work. You choose to come here and help people, and because of that, you're also carrying so much that's not yours. You're carrying pain. You have such a big heart. You choose to carry pain of humanity, collective pain in your heart. And I feel like it's like, pay attention to signs. They're trying to guide you out of this. But it has not been easy. It's like the pain is hunting you. The people that are hurting you are hunting you. But your guides are also hunting you. You're just running. You're running here, and you're running towards the light. Yeah, you are actually running towards the light. So you're trying. You're trying to come out of this darkness. You're being guided out of this darkness. But I keep feeling like the weasel is hunting you here. So let's see here. Time and discipline. I heard time is on your side. Time is on your side. I feel like you've been like you've been searching for the light many lifetimes, but because you as a soul chose to come down here and do some really heavy things, I feel like it's been very like long and tiresome journey for you. Like you're tired. Like you could be that you don't have the motivation like to like deal with things, even if you want to run towards the light. Somehow it's like, look at the clocks here. But discipline. We have discipline here. So yeah. It's been just long. Yeah, tiresome and long. And I want to say like, keep going. I mean, the light is here and you're getting out of this. You are transforming and getting out of this. The lonesome gardener. Yeah, look at this. Why are you here all alone? With that big heart? Why are you there all alone? It's like, who put baby in a corner? If you've seen Dirty Dancing, you shouldn't be there alone. Like, with that big heart, So, I feel like some of you with the shadow aspect can be that you're falling into despair. It could be that you're falling into sadness, frustration, depression, even victimhood, feeling sorry for yourself. It's okay. We all have that. And feeling like hopeless at times and like really like you're alone here. Time is on your side, but you feel it's not. The divine timing is never coming. You don't have the energy to do this, but I feel like there's so much science around you. I feel like there is like, time is on your side. I keep hearing that. It's just like you are rewinding this darkness that you went in through. And I just feel like, with time is on your side, I also feel like there is benevolence from the universe on your side. Because I keep feeling like you carry, I don't know, genocide, wars, I like really dark things. I feel like you're carrying this in your heart, like misery and ruin, and not your misery and ruin. Like you did it. You're doing it for other people. You took this in your heart, and of your compassion or something like that. And maybe it was in your soul. Probably it was your soul mission to do this. But it's like, it was like, I feel like it was too much. Yeah, I feel like universe is even recognizing, yeah, this was too much. Yeah, let's not do that again. So they're really like trying to help you now to get out of this. Yeah, get out of this. The black beauty is going to find its happiness. It's going to find its home. It's going to blossom, grow, and find all those things. And the lonesome gardener will not be lonesome anymore. Yeah, the little weasel here. It's funny, the little weasel versus the gorilla. So let's do 3 cards here. 4 of Wands. Wow, you got 4 of Wands in both your shadow and your light. And kind of feels like, yes, it's like I said, the light and the shadow, the thing that is giving you pain is also your port, your gateway to your biggest happiness. You know, the Four of Wands is the celebration, the being with other people, the having stability in your life. You know, you have a castle life, having stability, having a home, having, you know, calling something your home and a place your home, and having people in that home, you know, or people that you connect with, not being alone. The Black Beauty, you know, was alone, not being alone, but being in some kind of wonderful, loving place. And for that, your heart needs to open, you know. It's your heart. It started with your heart. It will end with a heart. The Tower. Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, pain. You lost it. You know, you lost. Oh, wow. Yeah, you lost your home. That's what we were talking about in the beginning here. You lost your home. Lyra. Other planets got destroyed, you know. So you lost your home. And yeah, this is. And you're scared of losing it again. You're scared of losing it again. Wow. You. Oh. Of all the piles, I know the darkness that you have seen and that you have gone through. You are a strong soul, and you will take yourself out of this. And 10 of Pentacles, yeah, wow. So, you know, when we lose something and then find it again, we don't find it in the same shape. Because it was lost, when we find it again, it's going to be bigger. So your heart, when you are healing your heart, you're not just going to have this high frequency, you know, this high big heart that you had. It's going to be even bigger. You know, you're going to grow as a soul in a way that you have never been before. You're going to reach a new, I heard a dimension. You're going to reach a new dimension because this big healing that you did. And I feel there's a celebration from the universe, and I feel like they want to say I'm sorry, you know. Yeah, when I said it, I feel like I want to cry, recognizing the pain. But I feel like there's somebody. I feel like the universe or your guides even want to say we're sorry. And oh, that was sad. Yeah, wow, my heart opened up. So yeah, they want to say they're sorry, and they acknowledge, because they acknowledged that this was too much, and they kind of did their best to take the load off you. But you have to understand, pile 3 soul, as a soul, your compassion is so strong and your will to help was so strong that you went into the war zone, you opened your heart and you looked at all these souls in pain and you said, I'm going to carry their pain. And you did that. You carried their pain, and it's like they couldn't stop you. And because of this, because you did this selflessness, at some point you did this without any thought about yourself, and now you're paying the price for this, and it's heavy, you know, it's heavy. But because you did it from this, I feel like you're getting, I don't want it crowned, you know. I feel like you're getting crowned or something. There's some deep respect, and something big is going to happen to you when this is done. I feel as a soul. Wow, I don't know what's going to happen with you, but wow, yeah. Wow. So yeah, it's all going to end up very good. 10 of Pentacles, look at this. It's the success here that's coming from this. So your shadow and your light is the heart. And it's going to be, it was your biggest challenge, but it's your soul's energy. It was your biggest challenge, but it's also going to be your biggest, not just blessing, growth, your biggest soul's growth. And it's like, I want to watch you do this. It's like, wow, I want to watch you do this because it's amazing. Yeah. So, wow, this was, of all the readings, this was the actually most emotional here. I feel like I turned inside out. So if you're still with me here in the end, pile number 3, yeah, nice to have you here. And this was your reading. If you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button. If you feel like sharing your story, please feel free to do so in the commentary section. Either way, pile 3, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.